Hello everyone, good morning. So last week targets 11,200 are almost there. We were very close to 11,200 yesterday. Flat to negative trade, nothing to worry about. I think it is only prudent to expect some small correction post phenomenal rally that we've seen on the markets, both Sensex and Nifty, on fallback of larger participation via retail investors and of course liquidity flow. Earnings have been coming in, and we saw HDFC Bank on Saturday last week. We saw Axis Bank, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv. Uh, Today or tomorrow we'll see L&T, and possibly on Friday we'll see Reliance Industries. So in a nutshell, well, whatever earnings up till now we've seen there has not been any major disappointment, especially from the banking and NBFC sector. Given the backdrop of lockdown and of course the moratorium getting extended from 3 to 6 months and now further talks, and the management commentary, if one has to reflect upon, looks extremely confident in terms of no major setback on the earnings on fallback of this moratorium. And in fact, the run rate has recovered quite sharply as far as the repayment of those moratorium accounts are concerned. So our view is that given the backdrop and likelihood of more conducive environment, banking and NBFCs should perform better for the second and third quarter, and for the next couple of years, earnings should look much more stronger. Uh, Stimulus around the world in form of liquidity injection by various countries and central government is fueling the liquidity in the market, and that's what we've exactly witnessed. For your information, gold has hit all-time high in rupee terms, almost 50,000 rupees for 10 grams. Likely possibility is that by the year end you will see it closer to maybe 53 or 55,000, and for next year there is much more higher level predicted for gold. Having said that, on the equity front, back again, one strong factor that is looking very comforting is stronger rupee against the dollar. We've seen dollar weakness and rupee strengthened, and this is also likely to attract more inflows into our country. We've seen foreign flows steadily rising, some days negative, some days largely positive. So liquidity is definitely going to come in, and our view is that strong balance sheet, strong companies with great management, earning visibility, sensible business strategy are likely to flourish even more, and that's where you will see concentration coming through. If you have to ask me, I have mentioned a couple of sectors earlier to again reiterate on them: IT, pharma, life insurance companies, specialty chemicals, building material companies like cement. Uh, Possibly selective autos will do well given the recovery that we are witnessing, and strong banking and private sector banks and strong NBFCs. I think these are primarily the focus areas that one should possibly look at. Avoid getting into traps in terms of these rallies that we see in companies with lesser known performance. Those are classically going to be traps for investors, so please avoid all those names. And as I've been maintaining, you should buy quality, not quantity. Even if you have to buy good companies, small numbers, it is prudent to buy those companies and stay invested from a longer period of time than get into value trap of companies which are not known. Yeah, we had the AGR Supreme Court hearing. There is some respite for companies over there which owe a large part of their obligation to the government in form of AGR dues. The only company that we can speak about is Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio, Reliance Jio and Reliance Industries, because Jio's business come under Reliance Industries. So these two are preferred names in the telecom service provider packs. Likely usage of data is going to drive revenue going forward from here on. And consumer durables and consumption themes, FMCG, primarily these would be the focus areas. There is possibility that we may have a little bit of correction, but I don't think that's any reason to worry. I think what we have witnessed over the last couple of days and what I have been also sharing with you all is that every correction is bought into, and bought into very smartly by investors. Since a little bit of overcrowding is there in the market, I think some shake-off is necessary, but I don't think any major correction is at least on the horizon given the news flow and the dropback that we had. One thing is there, if first quarter earnings are better, up till now, of course, they are better than the estimates, and whatever remaining is there, even if those deliver in line or with slight bit of disappointment, no major disappointment, then I think the recovery path is definitely visible, and possibly as we have this, economy opening up again with the number of steps the government has taken, I think we should have steady and strong second quarter. Just one more point: the government divestment process and privatization process is picking up steam. The government sources also mentioned that it is going to be sector by sector and case to case basis. So one needs to be, keeping your eyes and ears open over there. Most prudent to see is what are the policies in terms of privatization of government companies. I think that's where the more interest will be. But I'm quite sure there are enough brains with wisdom, and I'm quite confident that as and when the privatization process rolls down at the ground level, we will have more positive signs coming through in the market. So stay cautious, possibly book some profits, advisable, since we are very close to those targets that I mentioned, 11,200 on the high side. Prudent to approach the market with buy on dip strategy with strong name in focus. Thank you all, and see you very soon.